Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Space Alert. Gonna run back the same thing I did in the last episode. Whites and yellows, double actions. Because I really should be able to handle this difficulty, and it was a bit embarrassing to die last time. I mean, double actions is it's a heck of a drug, right? Like it is. There's a lot to keep your mind occupied and think about at all times. You miss one thing when you're playing 48 cards, and you know you're in some trouble. Yeah, so that's it, I guess. Double actions, no specializations, I guess. Whites and yellows, and whatever. I won't draw. I won't pre-draw. That is cheating after all, and it doesn't really matter. It's not saving me a ton of time. And we did soundtrack, double action soundtrack number 1, so we'll do double action soundtrack number 2.
Alert. Enemy activity detected. Please begin first phase.
Just tell me what the threats are, and be quick about it, because I don't know what to play. Oh, let me check these out. We have the both
T+1 threat. Zone red. Repeat. Time T+1 threat.
Destroyer on 1.
Zone red.
Okay. Cool. That's not a big problem, right? Yeah. We can have 2 people handle that pretty comfortably with, let's say...
Incoming data. Repeat. Incoming data.
Red goes over here, shoots it once, and then... Do I not just have a normal A? Here. Well, actually, double blue is kind of valuable. I'll press AB in case shielding up is useful. It won't be at the moment because there's no energy there for it, but eventually.
Time T+2 serious threat. Zone blue. Repeat. Time T+2 serious threat.
Okay, that's
Zone
serious.
blue.
So green's gonna go down there, and I have an AC somewhere. I remember seeing it. Here it is. So he's got the battle bots now. Could press AB to refuel, but if we need more, well, not fuel, you know, to get more energy. But if we need energy, we can get it. So we're shooting this thing for 2 and then 4, and it's dead. The Juggernaut, okay, shows up on 2. Well, yeah, let's, I guess.
Unconfirmed report. Time T+3 threat. Zone white. Repeat. Unconfirmed report. Time T+3
And
threat.
Down blue.
Zone white.
For blue, or blue down, rather. So now we're in position to start shooting at this guy on 2, and we can even include a rocket in there. So how would that work? If do I have another AC somewhere? Yeah. So this, and then just another AC.
Data transfer. Repeat.
I'll hang on to this.
Data transfer in 5, 4,
Just a normal A
3,
for yellow, I think.
2, 1. Data transfer
Consuming an
complete.
energy. Blue's taking a rocket. So we've only shot this guy for 6, so he takes 3. But he hasn't gained any extra shields. And then next turn we have a rocket coming at him. He has 7 effective, 10 effective. So shouldn't both lasers together with the rocket just solve the problem?
Communications
Take
restored.
3. So he's a 7-3. We need to do 10 damage. No, both lasers with the rocket is only 9. So someone needs to use a heroic A, which somebody has, so it's fine. Heroic A.
Data transfer. Repeat. Data
I wish I could
transfer
afford an
in
AB, but I
5,
can't.
4, 3,
And normal.
2, 1. Data transfer complete.
These are going here, I guess. No. Yellow.
First phase ends in 1 minute.
Okay. So that's this guy taken care of, unless we get a surprise alert that there's a threat even closer to him, which is impossible.
Serious internal threat. Repeat. Internal threat.
There's a nuke on a really short track. Yikes. Okay. Like relax. So how long do we have to defuse the nuke? It's got 4 speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so till turn 6. Turn 6 is the latest we can have. Deal with it. Have everyone press C in there.
First phase ends in 20 seconds.
Fine. Red, go blue, so you can get the computer. Green, also go blue, and you know what?
First phase ends in 5, 4, 3,
Great.
2, 1. First phase has ended. Begin second phase.
I think I actually could have managed this a little bit better. Do I have a down C in my hand somewhere? There's like 1 in the whole deck, I think. Not easy to find. Let's draw 10 more. 10 more?
T plus 5. Threat.
No. Okay,
Zone
it's not a big deal.
blue. Repeat.
Maybe that was
Time. T plus 5. Threat. Zone
It's
blue.
a meteoroid. Not a huge problem, although we don't have any energy in the blue zone at the moment. So did I see a down C? No, it's a down A. Okay. I mean, I know it's in here somewhere. It might be worth searching.
Data transfer. Repeat. Data transfer in 5, 4, 3,
Not in there?
2, 1.
There it is.
Data transfer
So
complete.
this is for red.
Time T plus 6.
Blue needs a red
Serious
suit,
threat.
definitely so.
Zone red. Repeat. Time T plus 6. Serious threat. Zone red.
Okay. Phasing frigate, sure. Yeah, if we deal with this on 4, it'll just be nice to have it out of the way, you know? And yellow, no. Red has already come downstairs. Okay.
Incoming data. Repeat. Incoming
So
data.
the other person there is green. They just need to press C. What kind of C? Good question. Do I have like a C blue?
Communication
Yes, that's
system
what I want.
down. Communications
So 3 of us
restored.
pressed C at the same time, taken care of. Yellow needs a blue C to go get the computer. No, red C.
Time T plus 7. Internal threat. Repeat. Time T plus 7. Internal threat.
Saboteur, where? Lower white. Okay, well there's someone standing there with battle bots. That should be fine. Okay. So when's this meteoroid showing up? 5? So we need a red B for blue, ideally. No, blue B. Blue B,
Time T plus
blue B,
7.
blue,
Threat.
blue.
Zone white. Repeat.
Yeah, will you
Time
relax?
T plus 7. Threat. Zone white.
Okay, a pulse ball on 7. I might just let the meteoroid hit me if I can't find this stupid B blue. No, blue B. Right. Is it really never been drawn?
Data transfer. Repeat. Data transfer in 5,
There it
4,
is.
3, 2, 1.
I
Data
get energy
transfer
in here
complete.
as soon as possible. And yellow can then on 5
Unconfirmed
press
report. Time
blue
T plus 8.
A?
Threat.
Is
Zone blue. Repeat. Unconfirmed report. Time T plus 8. Threat. Zone blue.
And then blue can press, like, do I still have more ACs? Actually, do I even need a rocket? No, it's too soon. So blue can just press A to finish this thing off.
Second phase ends in 1
Chill!
minute.
Okay. So this is taken care of. Alright, we now need to get to the white and red zones. Green needs to stay in lower white to battlebot this thing. Let's battlebot B to refuel, I guess?
Communication system down.
Yellow yellow can handle the thing white, so let's send red to upper red, I guess?
Communications restored.
There's no energy in here, huh? We spent
Second
it all?
phase ends in 20 seconds.
Do I have red B? No? Okay, well, I guess I'll do it the slow way then. Red B
Second
up,
phase ends in 5,
and then
4,
A is...
3,
When did this thing show up?
2, 1.
5?
Second phase has ended. Begin third phase.
Okay, and we have refilled the main reactor as well. Okay, it's not perfect, but we're doing okay, I think. Yeah, yellow wanted to play a red C, and I just, like, didn't get there. I don't have the red C anymore. It's been played.
Communication system down.
I should have played a red A, actually. That was part of the plan, but I was busy digging for other cards. Okay. Well, we can't play in 6 things below 7. Let's have a red. Don't try to trick me. As for a red A. So this will attack one on all those, which means we're losing all the shields. And I imagine this has attacked at some point. 5. Not yet. Okay, we can still... 6, 7... Yeah, we can still shield up or just straight up kill it, actually. Okay.
Data transfer.
I need an AC.
Repeat. Data transfer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yellow.
Data transfer
Finish
complete.
off the pulse ball, pulse whatever it is, yeah, while also getting the computer. Fine. Now we just need help with this frigate, and I think we're doing great. We have to shoot it on specifically 8, which means it's too late to launch a rocket. No, it's not in range for rockets anyway. 6, 7, okay, so I think actually I should... Do I have an AB? BA is no good. I want AB. There's got to be one in here somewhere. There it is. To shoot it and then shield back up. Actually, you know what? I think I just want to press B. I just want to shield up. Yeah. And then we immediately lose the shields when it hits us. And then on turn 10, I can try to finish it off, which should be perfectly achievable. There's still energy in white, right? Yeah, so okay. Green... I think I'm out of red Bs. I went and dug up the only one.
Operation ends in 1
let's get green a red. A B.
Data transfer. Repeat. Data transfer
And then
in
an A.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Data transfer complete.
Okay. Red has a heroic A to use on 10. It's gonna get to attack us again. Okay, but that's fine because I have spare damage as long as I get that rocket launched.
Operation ends in 20 seconds.
Blue is still there, so launch a rocket on 9, please. And another one on 11 in case I screw things up.
Operation ends
Let's get
in
another
5,
A from you guys.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The numbered turns.
Mission complete. Jumping
Yellow,
to hyperspace.
do this. Okay. I'm not so sure that shouldn't be useful, but just in case, refilling the main reactor shouldn't hurt. Okay, got a little bit hectic at the end there, but I don't think the phasing frigate can kill us if we... Well, it probably could. If I shield up for this... Yeah, if I fail to deal with it at all, I think it will kill us. So let me go get the Saboteur token, which I never picked up. The left-facing Saboteur token, not that it matters. New threats on 1. The first threat was this. Yes, there was a destroyer on 1. Okay. Actions 1. Blue moves blue and down. Red moves red and presses A, shooting at the destroyer. Yellow gets the computer and then moves blue. Green... Right. I thought for a moment he was using the same elevator as someone else, but no. Blue went blue down and red went red, but no one went red down, so there's no delay there. Damage. We do have some. We shot the destroyer for 4. It takes 2. Threats move. This is our threat. It moves 2. Threats on 2. There's another external threat. Yeah, the Juggernaut. Actions 2. Blue fires a rocket and the blue lower laser. Red presses A and then B to no effect. Okay. I must have just been the easiest. I wanted one of these ABs later. Oh well, it's fine. I think I dug one up. Maybe not. Yellow presses A, firing at the Juggernaut. And green presses A and also C, picking up battle bots. Damage. It's everybody's shooting today. So we're shooting for 6 at the destroyer, who has only 3 health and 2 shields, is therefore defeated. Meanwhile, the Juggernaut is also being targeted for 6, but takes only 3. Oops. Threats and rockets move. The Juggernaut is our threat. Although, let's get this guy back in. There we go. Did I get the computer? Yeah. Threats 3. Nothing. Actions 3. Blue heroically fires these lasers this time. Yellow, nope, red. BattleBots to no effect and then moves blue. Yellow presses A. And green moves blue and looks out the window for a cheeky point. Damage. So the rocket targets the Juggernaut. It has special rules text that mean the rocket would always target it. But at this position, even if it were a normal threat, the rocket would target it. So the rocket targets it, this targets it, this targets it. So we have 3, 6, 10 damage. 3 shields reduces it to 7. But it's already taken 3, so that's 10 damage exactly. Nice to deal with. I mean, the Juggernaut is a real chonker. It takes a lot of effort to deal with it. I'm glad we got it taken care of so quickly. I mess up Juggernauts a lot. Let me just say that. Threats and rockets move. I believe there are none of either category. New threats on 4. This we do have. There we go. There's a nuclear device in lower white. It'll blow up the ship if you don't have 3 people press C on it on the same turn. Anything outside the ship? No. Actions 4. Blue moves red and presses C, starting work on the device. This isn't actually damage, right? We haven't damaged it because then it would be gone. It's just a marker to remind me that one person has pressed C so far. After blue, red presses down and then C, also working on the nuke. Yellow presses red and then C as well, getting the computer. Very C-focused turn. And green, what a champ, presses B, filling the reactor, and also C. The third player working on the nuke, we just disarmed that lickety-split, quick as you like. Damage, none. Threats and rockets move. Once again, the skies are empty. New threats on 5. This time there is someone. It's a meteoroid. Actions 5. Blue moves blue and then presses B, soaking up some of this energy. Would have been nice if green had like pressed B and oh, he did. Oh, I'm so good at this game. Red makes a simple red move. Yellow moves blue and this should be gone, and presses A. Yeah, that looks right. Damage. The one weapon that was fired is this laser, which targets the meteoroid for 4, because it has no shields. It's not quite destroyed. Threats move. Meteoroid, the fastest threat in the game, moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I get the computer? Yes. New threats 6. This is not till 7. There's a 6 out here. The phasing frigate. This is a real problem. Actions 6. Blue battlebots uselessly and presses A. Red presses B to fill the red zone reactor and then moves upstairs. Yellow does nothing and green does nothing. Yeah, I just didn't have time at the end of phase 2. It would have been better if green had like refilled now and then moved over on 7, but can't do everything. Compute damage. We have 2 damage at the meteoroid, which defeats it. Threats move. It's just the phasing frigate, which moves 2 and phases out. Threats on 7. We have our last internal threat, a saboteur, in lower white. Oh, that's right. Green waited here because, I don't know, whatever. I mean, he needed to battlebot in this position anyway, but it would have, technically, he could have refilled the reactor on 6, and then on 7 played BattleBot Red. That would have been ideal if you could find a BattleBot Red card. I don't think there's very many of them, and I might have played the only one. I see a red BattleBot. Just out of curiosity, there is a BattleBot Red in the deck somewhere, right? Yeah, there's one. So that would have been the perfect way to play it. Also on 7, we're getting a Pulse Ball. Actions 7. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Green does an important job, defeating the saboteur, and even more importantly, refilling the reactor. No damage. There wasn't even anything to shoot at. Oh, the pulse ball we could have shot at. Threats move. Frigate phases in, moves 2. Pulse ball moves 2. Threats 8, none. Actions 8. Blue does nothing. Red presses B, filling the shields, and then... Oh. I see. Yeah. I did things out of order here because I had already computed the fact that this guy would be shooting us. Which he is, but I had removed the shields and therefore thought that red's B would move two into the shields instead of just one. But since we moved into the shields before this was able to drain the shields, I only moved one. That's too bad. Where are we? Turn 8? Yellow moves red and presses A. And green moves red. Damage. We shot the pulse ball for 5. It takes 4. Threats move. This moves 2 and phases out. It attacks for 2, taking out both shields. Now the pulse ball moves 2. Attacks 1 on all zones. No problem in white and blue. We've got shields, but red is damaged, losing the reactor. Okay, that's probably fine. Actions 9. Blue launches a rocket. Red does nothing. Yellow fires the white laser and gets the computer. And green battlebots, again, uselessly, and refills the reactor. As it turns out, not really necessary, but maybe it'll help. Damage. We shot at the pulse ball, and it is defeated. Threats move. The rocket also moves, of course. This phases in and moves 2, attacking for 2. This hurts. Shields are fine. Laser is, I think, okay. I think we have enough excess damage that this is fine, but certainly not what I'm happy to see. Did I get the computer? Yes. Actions 10. Blue does nothing. Red heroically fires this laser, making up for the damage in a sense. Yellow is who's after red. Yellow presses C and then goes downstairs. That's a weird choice. Okay. The C does nothing and he goes downstairs. I think I was just looking for anything that had a down on it so that I could play the B, basically. And green presses A and then bumps into the wall over here. Damage. So the rocket targets the phasing fighter, as does all this. Yeah, I mean, we actually don't have any spare damage. If this laser had been damaged as well, I think we'd be dead. So we won. I mean, what are the odds that 3... Okay, well, let's actually compute the damage before I start getting into math. 2, 6, 9. It's a 7-2, so it is indeed defeated. Glad I used that heroic A. I don't remember why I decided to do that. Just like seemed like a good idea, or did I know there was some problem? I don't know. Yeah, and then... Well, actually, we wouldn't necessarily have been dead, because it would move again to here, but blue launches a rocket on 11, the last rocket. No one else does any. Oh, red. Yellow refills the reactor the last time, heroically, so we get a 6th. Damage, threats move. So it would right now be here, and it would hit us for 3 again, or maybe just 2. 2, I think. But actions 12. I even had red press A again. Okay, cool. So I actually did have things under control, even if we had taken a little bit more damage. And green pressed A as well. So yeah, I had tons of extra damage on this guy. Okay, so I wasn't, winning on a coin flip. But so what are the odds if half of the systems are damaged that both lasers are included in that. How do you calculate that? For the first, well, it's almost like you need to lose 2 coin flips for both lasers to be damaged, but it's not quite coin flips, right? If we just take 3 damage tiles and consider only the upper lasers, the chances are 50% exactly that the upper lasers are one of those 3, right? Clearly, because we took half of them. But the chance for the lower lasers to also be included is only 2 out of 5. Because one of the damage tiles, there are 5 other damage tiles, 2 of which we've actually taken. Yeah, so it's 1 in 5 to lose both lasers to 3 damage. That's interesting. Okay, I mean, I survived. Everything went fairly smoothly. The 2 main... I mean, I don't know. I was overwhelmed and ran out of time at the end of Phase 2. There's a lot of useful stuff these guys could have been doing that would have simplified Phase 3. And then I did miscalculate what would happen to the shields in the red zone, so we took damage sooner than necessary. I think I was expecting to take damage. Yeah, because I got to this Y, and I was like, well, this is the turn we'll kill him. But we'll be taking some damage, so let's use a heroic A. And then fire some more A's just in case. So I miscalculated what would happen here by 1 damage, but I put enough safety measures in place that I would be fine even if things went more badly than I expected, which they did. And I just didn't have time to get this stupid phasing frigate effectively. I did eventually kill it, but you could do much better. Well, could you? Yeah, I mean, if people had been here if I could shoot it starting on turn 6 instead of turn 8. But that was clearly not going to happen, right? Well, maybe. No, green was busy. Yeah, we couldn't do that. So I think I got to this as well as I could. Maybe I could have done even better, like, if I had shielded up multiple times here. Although, since we took... These guys attacked us for 3 on this zone at the same time, so I don't think there was a way I actually could have stopped all the damage without using a heroic B, which I didn't have easy access to. So, I don't know. There's ways I could have improved this, but overall, a satisfactory mission. About as well as I feel like I should do on whites and yellows double actions. There's a lot to manage, even though the threats aren't that difficult. And I more or less managed it, so I'm happy with that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.